Of Coffee with the Tucson Tasty Show, brought to you by Dirty Cactus Soaps and Gifts, with Wesley Source, your host, and guest co-host Kelly Straube.
Join us every week at a unique Tucson location to celebrate Tucson's rich culture.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of the Tucson Tasty Show, Coffee with the Tucson Tasty Show even. And we're here live at the Arizona Sands Club at the north end of the Arizona Stadium. Tell me when it works, Kelly. Does that work? Did that work? Yes. Okay.
It was like when you're not talking, I don't know.
I don't know who plugged in what where, so
Fair.
sorry about it. But today we have Kelly, of course. We have Cody Peck, wherever he is.
He's around here.
Maybe we should. Well, he doesn't have his cup, so why don't we invite Nate over? Nate, Tina. Yeah. All right, and we're working on some other technical things. Of course, this would not be the Tucson Tasty Show without a couple of technical difficulties.
Absolutely.
While we're waiting, you got to check out this new intro for our TV show. And
Oh my God. Okay, I think that looks good. That's there. Kelly's there. I think we have all the things set up. Who do you want? You're right.
You want someone in here?
You first, sir.
Nate.
so that's going to be the opening for the TV show going forward, and it's a lot of fun. And it's actually just shots of the food that we had. But every Saturday at 5 a.m. on KGON 9, and they liked it so much they moved us to 4 p.m. on the CW.
Nice.
Coffee's behind it from Cody. And Tucson Loves Music, and then we got Community Food Bank. Community Food Bank
Is the way they work with you is awesome. I had a anniversary thing here. We did a full course meal with wine pairing. Got to work directly with the chefs to make that happen. And then we also got to work directly with the chefs for a network outdoor wild game dinner. And they went above and beyond. So it's definitely a venue. When you come up here, you see it. It is, I would say, an iconic venue.
iconic, yes, would be the word that I would use as well.
It's a prestige, everybody, in Tucson really loves to support local. So it's at the UFA, everybody already believes.
Right. Well, and for being a club like this, one of the things that they pride themselves on, and you could probably talk to this a little bit, local partnerships, exclusively using the Vera Earl beef. You have a box that you can get, and if you want to learn more about it, go to the website tastyshow.com and sign up for the emails, and we'll get that sent out as soon as possible. There's only a limited amount of boxes round, so get signed up quick, and there'll be a waiting list. It's 5 pounds of ground beef, Vera Earl premium beef. Now, this isn't just regular beef, because you can go to anywhere and get the beef. This is Vera Earl premium beef, and it's dry aged for 21 days. Now, what that does?
The ground beef.
That's the ground beef. Yeah, it's a whole cow. The whole enchilada. No, it's a whole cow. Anyways.
I mean, there's a few more than 5 pounds on.
Sure. But it's also the better cuts of beef as well. So you're not dealing with these really tough pieces. It's the premium cuts of beef that they use, and on top of that, it's the dry age. So we actually did smash burgers for for the 4th, right? And happy birthday, United States of America. But and they were amazing. I mean, you put a little bit of salt, pepper. I put a little garlic on it because I just like garlic. You got to have a little bit of, I just like the savory flavor, really.
I usually add a little bit.
And hey, 4 out of 5 chefs recommend garlic in your kitchen so far. Thank you. And so anyways. But this Vera Earl beef, I mean, there's no waste. You literally smash the patty. We did 4-ounce patties, and they came out like dinner plates, because there's just next time we do them, we have to do 2-ounce and use half the beef, because Yeah,
Buns
it
aren't
was
that
just
big.
no, they're not. So we had the buns, you know, that
Literally just like eat around the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and then you got the bun with it.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
and then we spent the rest of the day in the pool.
No, our members are raving about their beef.
Yes.
So we're really excited to have the partnership with them moving forward into the future. It's even a kind of a selling point for Stacy and I to say that we do have a local distributor who we have that partnership with, and
Yeah.
we're just happy to provide that opportunity too.
Of course.
Local
Yeah.
cows, local family, local business. I mean, what better, business to support?
Yeah, I know they have a few
I think this is
other
a
ones
blueberry
too,
scone.
like Laramida, I'm correct. You guys
Mm.
carry a few other wines too, and a few other ones like Barrio Bread. You have the bread in here and something too. So
Beautiful.
it's really amazing to see a large operation and support locals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they can be more expensive, but it really goes back to the commitment
Yeah.
community and to, really making Arizona strong and Tucson strong.
Are you a member of the Arizona Sands Club?
I am not yet.
What's the matter?
I know.
It sounds like you have a new customer, Nate. And
We'll get the tours scheduled right after this.
Hopefully, if everyone will go to Dirty Cactus Soaps.
having a little almost gift shop towards the front with a couple items, crafts and stuff.
Currently. So,
Awesome to be a part of.
I just-
But you're not supposed to tell anyone else.
Nobody told me that. I came up with that on the spot.
Sunset, and it looks like one of our beautiful sunsets, of course. Those are not house, and then they even put like a little cacti on top, which is really fun. So,
Well, the real question is, how do you like that and glued it and laminated every little element of
if you haven't checked it out,
yeah, I do, of course, the brand ones, like the Tucson Tasty Show ones, but any business, of course. But then there's also fun ones, just like cacti and flowers and a bunch of succulents and things like that. Very Arizona.
uh
Right.
So one of the cool things about the membership here at the club, and there's different tiers, but you get the space, and you actually get the space at no cost, but there are food minimums. And for instance, like the boardroom, most of the time, I think it's like $250. Obviously, during the weekend and high use times, it's going to be a little bit more. But there's seats for seats for 13 people, right?
14,
14.
sorry.
Beautiful. And 14 people for $250. You're gonna spend that, and then you get the space for free because you're always putting out really great stuff, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Or check out the show tomorrow because we're gonna be in there. We're gonna be all over the club.
Yeah. You can find Arizona Sands Club on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. To Wesley's point, as a member, you do receive waived room rental fees for any private event that you host at any of our 8 to 9, depending on the time of year, private event spaces throughout the stadium here.
I didn't know there's that many.
Yeah, we have spaces that can accommodate up to even 300 people. So corporate retreats, holiday parties, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and 'tis the season where people are starting to book now than for holiday spaces, right?
Ooh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah, so if you want to get in, like you said, you can accommodate up to 300. So
You have something coming up too here recently, soon, right, Nate? A little expo something.
Oh, the business expo.
Yeah, we do have a business expo. I think we have 38. I may be wrong, but 38 businesses who are going to be setting up tables throughout the club. That's available for via RSVP to be able to come in, explore that business fair, have questions answered, or show off your business.
yeah, definitely rings my bell. I'm like, ooh, wait.
Yeah.
And that's coming up in August or in July?
Beautiful.
It's coming up. I believe I just need to pull out the calendar at this point because we have so many events going on. It's kind of hard to keep track.
Okay.
I want to say it's in about 2 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah, it's in July.
in July.
Yeah.
Okay, look forward to that, especially to be able to support other local businesses.
Absolutely.
So even
And that's open to the public? That is open to the public.
Mhm.
Yeah, so just come join us.
great.
You park at the Cherry Street Garage. You come in gate 1, you go to the 5th floor, and there's lots of people to give directions. So check it out. Super excited. So Nate, what's one thing you have to have in your kitchen?
That's my question I ask everybody. So go ahead.
I'm big on grilling. So kind of going back to what we were talking about before, garlic salt, garlic powder. I
Yeah.
put it on basically almost anything. I did actually just this past week buy off of Amazon preloaded spice rack. which is
Nice.
nice. So
Yeah.
now I'm elevating my game. I make a mean spaghetti. I actually have people within my family, of course, just request it for.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Challenge accepted.
Here's a fun question. So now that you're going to have this awesome rack, right, of all these amazing spices, do you know that if you literally put whatever spice you're going to put in and you rub it in your with your thumb and your palm, it actually releases the oil. So when you put it in, it actually is more flavorful.
I like to use a warm pan to
Right.
release the toast the. Okay.
Something I learned early on and something that I always think is fun is to just smack it too.
Oh wow.
That's always fun. I don't know if it actually works, but kind of similar to what you were telling me, just kind of release it.
Sometimes I have a staring contest with my spices.
Nate just wants to get his frustration out in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Make it taste good. When I was in high school, I had these guys that like kind of a project where they had to, talk to the community and do these different things. And so at one point they said, "Can we come and make you dinner?" And I was like, "Do you know how to cook?" Because they were like, guys, they were like 20. So I'm like, why would you know how to cook? Like they didn't look like they know how to cook. They're like, "Oh, our neighbor told us," and they bring these bags of just spices and they just dumped every one of them in the pot for spaghetti, and somehow it worked. And I was really impressed. And then I thought, okay, it can't be that hard, because I was in high school. So I was like, it can't be that hard. So then I started learning how to make spaghetti, and then I've tweaked it over the years. But spaghetti is a good jumping off point because you can screw it up, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot harder to screw up spaghetti if you stay in, kind of the realm of Italian spices.
This fall at the Arizona Sands Club, spaghetti cook-off.
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely participate. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to Chef.
Love to participate in that.
All right.
I don't want to stand Chef up, so.
I'd have to fast for a couple days.
It's just a matter of the community coming together and doing something fun. And, to that point, we had a blast at the chili cook-off, and we had a lot of participants. So spaghetti cook-off, I just say spaghetti.
Yeah.
No, it's not the noodles. That's the only thing we're talking about. But I've learned that cultures. So
Oh my gosh,
you're making spaghetti noodles.
I was like, I'm making spaghetti. They're like, that is not spaghetti. You made a form of bolognese. And I was like, okay.
I always had a that I would buy from the grocery store here at the club. Go to, yeah.
Wow. I love tasting spaghetti. Like, and I've said before, I'm a picky eater because spaghetti can go so wrong. Like some are better than others, but most of them are still good. Some of it can be like different things you can do, roasting garlic or different sauces.
Yeah. So are we more meat sauce people or meatballs?
Yeah.
Well, one, you brown off the meatballs and then you deglaze with the tomatoes. But then and my grandma, I don't know why, it's probably just a filler thing, but she always put rice in the meatballs. But it was
maybe. Yeah, makes
right. But it's just a little bit more. It was a little bit more dense, but it was always, just something that was delicious. In
I
fact,
used to make the meatballs and then break them up.
I think
I wanted the brownie on the outside.
my fourth grade, we had to do something with our culture, and I called my grandma and asked her, "Can you make spaghetti sauce?" And my mom was like,
"Best spaghetti sauce too." Before you had a heart attack, and then he changed to like no salt, no that. It was never the same again.
See, my grandfather was Sicilian and my grandmother was Northern Italy, so we got to mash up. We got a fusion.
Yeah. So funny you mentioned that. I actually had a similar assignment. I believe it was like third grade. Went to my mom, didn't even know really what culture I was, and of course comes out Irish. So we just did cabbage,
say
potato.
it so.
Yeah.
Great
So,
hair and blue eyes.
yeah, everyone else had to, got to come in, to class with all these fantastic recipes from all over the world.
Do it, I guess, because I know that some people do like the ham with the cabbage and everything. I loathe cabbage on all forms. So like to me, it doesn't matter what you doctor it with. Like I'm not gonna partake. But people I know love cabbage, and I'm like, and a lot of cultures have cabbage in their cuisine. And like my church, there's a lot of Korean, so of course we have so much cabbage, it's ridiculous, because of bibimbap and what do you call it? What is it called? Oh gosh, I totally just blanked. The stuff with the red, the spicy, the kimchi. There you go.
Sure.
You all just stared at me like you guys didn't know what it was.
we were talking about Irish. You're talking about Korean now.
I'm saying kind
Where was the left turn? Can you put on a signal, maybe?
it can be very diverse. It doesn't have to be a boring thing, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Corned beef.
Offending you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, why don't we go to a quick break and then we'll
Sorry, I thought that was obvious, but apparently it wasn't.
No, we kind of. I was just like,